If love is what you seek, then maybe then you can look again. When you can love yourself, then maybe love will follow you. When confidence is weak, pull up the floor and take a look around. It lies there in the dust, it dreams of roots tomorrow. Please make it so. Please make it so. Love and care unconsciously shine. If love is what you seek, then maybe then will you can look again. Enough of empty sex, 'cause emptiness just follows you. You want to just a piece, then maybe then well you can look around. It isn't inside those shoes that you'll buy tomorrow. Please make it so. Please make it so. With love and care unconsciously shine. Love is what you seek, then maybe then will you can look again. When you can love yourself, then maybe love will follow you. When confidence is weak, pull up the floor and take a look around. It lies there in the dust, the dreams of roots tomorrow. Please make it so. Please make it so. With love and care unconsciously shine. Please make it so. Please make it so. With love and care unconsciously shine.
You're awkward at your knees. You always second guess your own defeat. You never feel self-assured inside your skin. You're funny in the mouth. You mumble every word that stumbles out. You always feel tongue-tied when you talk. You've always been this way. You've always been the wrong kind, but you're crazy in love with the little bright light up in the sky. You're graceful in your time, so many years before you reach your prime. And yes, your prime is years beyond the words you've been told. You're grace when you're alone. You're blessed when you disconnect the phone. You like to feel way less here in the dark. You've always been this way. You have to find your own kind. When you're crazy in love with a little bright light up in the sky. Build yourself a home. Take it with you where you roam. And would you please just leave a light on for me? Build yourself a home, take it with you where you roam. And would you please just leave the lights on for me? Would you please just leave the lights on for me? Would you please just leave the lights on for me? Would you please just leave the lights on for me? Would you please just leave the lights on for me? Just leave the lights on for me? Would you please just leave the lights on for me? Would you please just leave the lights on for me? Garage. He wrestled the city in its own mirage. I leave before I get burnt out. So I moved up north to cool down some. I'd ride my bike and stay lonesome, but nestled in a city with long, long looks to the ground. But I've been told it's getting much warmer everywhere in the world. But know what? The tempers are too. Guess what now, Ma? It's getting much colder everywhere in the world. And so what? The people are too. But everywhere there had explosions. I held a white flag on a stick and said, hey, call me truce. It's there, a place that is sane and is quiet. I can eat my healthier diet, and the people won't talk like TV. Blah da da, blah da da. And I've been told it's getting much warmer everywhere in the world. But know what? The tempers are too. Guess what now, Dad? It's getting much colder everywhere in the world. But know what? The people are too. But I need some more time here with you. first half of this life we settled on in this desert world. Fall of these mountains are the oyster shell. Then we built this life here round the only pearl. Those holidays and birthdays become just punctuation. Tell me what's the take? Now it's dry, always drying up my insides and my memory of you. Tell me what comes next. And the TV was on as I remember every day, and the hues blur out monotony, just fades and stays. And the TV was on as I remember every day. All these legal documents, yeah. Why am I surprised? You get the house, I get the furniture, the clock, you'll get the dog, I'll get the lawn tools and the tandem bike. You can look me in the eye, and the TV was on as I remember every day, and the hues blur out monotony, just paints and stains. And the TV was on as I remember every day, and the hues blur out monotony, just paints and stains. And it feels so useless waking up now every day, and it feels so useless waking up down here. I've got this ache. Well, it feels like tiny feet or something trying to crawl outside. Not that bad. Oh no, it's not that bad. Bipolar manic, just plain upset. God, I really don't know. Who's this insomniac? You just might be in a bad mood. Oh no, it's not that bad. Oh no, it's not that bad. Through before the angels frostbitten and your brain is frostbitten and you can't even feel your nose. Let your soul stretch open arms. This canvas of all your days and the red cells that you did, the colors of all those nights, the rainfall of your toothbrush, and soak the sheets through before the angels know what you did. When showers come down to clean your soul. We've all been rubbing shoulders with a man whose name starts with a G. I've seen him round before, fairly often now, but presently I'm not ready. A sentence ties me up, so I try to avoid. Fuck, I'll take him with one kick between his bony thighs. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. This day was short, the kids were left without him eternalized. This happens often, I know, but it never sits quite right. See why did not know what they had coming in, and why you pass all those I would swear that did. I'm not ready. the man whose name starts with a G. You just might take me, but you'll still be sore between.